Ooh, what's poppin', Outrage crew? How the fuck you feeling out there? Saturday just ticked over until Sunday morning. We're just on that 6/22/2019. We just ticked over, baby. What up, Chowder Kitty? Oh my goodness. I had an up and down day. You know, I got in there, got to the gym. You know, what up, Chief Johnny? What up, Cactus Jack? You know, I was in there. I got my lift on, getting bigger for Western civilization. You know, and then I came back, and I was up so goddamn late last night. I was tired as a motherfucker after the gym. I went to bed. I tried to take a nap around 4:30. I was like, oh, this will be good. I'll wake up, you know, get ready for the mics tonight. I was on the 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock at the fourth wall, you know. And I woke up and it was 9:10, ladies and gentlemen. I overslept my first mic. You know, Kevin Powell was up there texting me, wondering where the fuck the Outrage Chancellor was. But we hit that 10 o'clock, you know, we rocked it out. It was a good fucking mic tonight. They packed it out. You know, we had a bunch of Italian motherfuckers on the lineup. It was basically the Guinea Apollo. Everybody said, oh, hey, yo. You know, it's a whole goddamn crowd full of Andrew Dice Clays. But we went up there and rocked it out. I had a really good set, and I got video of it, but I didn't angle it high enough, so half my fucking head is cut off for half the set. So I probably won't be posting any of that shit, but we got some good reps in the gym. We got some reps in on the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to be with the Outrage crew. Cactus Jack says, thought we were locking up some spics today. What happened, Trump? Well, that's the thing, is like you don't need to be direct and use force with this kind of situation. It's a situation built up from incentives. So if you cut out the negative incentives that are driving people here to come here illegally, all right, you cut out the problem. You cut out the majority of the problem. If you cut out those, you know, the welfare system incentives, all right, and if you incentivize Mexico, all right, to help you and be that country version of a wall, then you don't have to go through and do all these ICE raids, dude. If you just take away, you know, their lifeblood of welfare money, all right, then they'll actually have to contribute to the economy and participate in a voluntary situation, all right? And it'll naturally, you know, weed out the people that are here to contribute and the ones that are here to, you know, further their drug cartel legacy, or you know, get some cheap face tattoos or corrupt our culture. You know, somebody's doing the raping, Don. Somebody's doing the raping. Okay, everybody's getting raped at the border. Somebody's raping somebody, Don. Of course. I know that you think that you know, sodomy is just fine, and you're fine with all these little children getting raped at the border, and you know, you're into the sexual subversion, and you have a show on CNN, and I know it's all comfortable and cool for you, Don Lemon, and somebody's doing the raping, Don. We have to stop this raping. You take away the raping of the wallet, all right, of the taxpayer. You take away the negative incentives that the welfare state creates, ladies and gentlemen, then you get rid of that problem. Oh boy, Cactus Jack did some shoulders and arms today. Oh, it's thickening up. Shadow Kitty says, if ICE shows up at your door, do they need a warrant to search, or can they search without permission? Like somebody said, if ICE shows up, know your rights. You don't have to open the door. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. That you know, that's a question for a man in a small hat, all right, who's down with the legalistics. Cactus X says, what even happened? Pelosi made a phone call to Trump and they got him to stop. Well, I don't know. I just think it's bad for the optics. All right, because Trump is managing the brand of "Make America Great Again" right now, and it just gives the left red meat to be like, oh my God, this monster with his his team of ICE Gestapo going in there and tearing apart families. It just gives them fodder to go up there and be emotional about, and oh my God, he's just the demon we all expected. And so the slick way to do it is to cut out the incentives underneath the whole process and disincentivize people to come here illegally. Make them contribute to the economy. You don't need that goddamn, ICE raid of force. Keg6 says, I like how Trump says all these threats and goes back on him. He's playing politics better than a politician. Well, that's the thing. Like, people always want to overreact to the day-to-day activity of Donald Trump, but he knows that. He knows how to control the news, the news cycle. He knows how to say something that's just exaggerated enough. That's why he was so successful in his presidential campaign, because he came out in his first press conference and knew everybody was going to be goddamn up in arms, just incendiary, just disaster, when he started going up there talking about, immigration, and they're not sending their best. All right. And so he ended up saying, oh, we're building that wall. Mexico's going to pay for it. And he's asking for way more than what he actually wants to get accomplished. It's that art of the deal, dude. Was crack-a-lackin' Alan James. But yeah, it's that play fake, dude. You get them used to the run, immigration, we're deporting. Oh, okie doke, and then Trump goes out on that naked bootleg, dude. And all of a sudden he looks up, he's got Calvin Johnson deep down the sideline. He's got Randy Moss throwing up his goddamn hand. All right. Randy Moss just beat the corner. Trump about to launch that bomb, dude. About to scramble around, get on his Tony Romo, whirling dervish. All right. Missing tackles. He's making a mess, dude. He's dancing in the backfield. He's giving his receivers time to get open. If he's going to throw that touchdown pass, you got to get rid of these goddamn welfare incentives that are creating the problem to begin with. I'm on that tequila tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We want to have one beer in the holster. All right, I checked my pack of Natty Light, and it was very disconcerting. When I looked in there, I was like, oh my God, a single beer. The Outrage crew expects more of me. When we got plenty of tequila left, we're going to be sipping on this tequila like a goddamn, like a Mexican gentleman, all right, in honor of our Mexican brethren out there that are not coming across the border illegally, and being that wall that we've always needed. All right, people down there in Mexico, dude, you got to apply for you got to apply for your refugee status down there, dude. You got to deal with the fucking policía, el policía. You got to talk to them, dude. You got to grease the wheels. You got to get on that, little bit of light bribery. What up, Burgess? Cax Check says Bitcoin is at 11,000. Yeah, it's going to keep going up, dude. That's that deflationary currency. God damn it. I wish I had some extra coin to invest into that Bitcoin, because it's going to keep going up. Fiat is going down the drain. All right. It's inevitable. It's mathematically inevitable when you got, a team full of, you got 9, tiny hat individuals in a room at the Federal Reserve creating, controlling and manipulating the levers of the economy for 320 million people, dude. It's not going to be sustainable. And they can just type in whatever they want into their bank accounts and just pretend like it's real. Oh, it's a Federal Reserve note. Yes, it's got the stamp of approval. No, dude, the only stamp of approval is decentralization for a currency. You don't want it to be centrally manipulated. All right. You don't want to participate in that fractional reserve banking fuck fest. All right. You want to pull out of that situation. You want to get on board with the credit union, dude. You don't want that Chase card. You don't want that Bank of America card, dude. You don't want any of that bullshit. You don't want any of that big six mega bank gang bang fuck fest nonsense. All right. Do we need a little more light on me? Tell me if this is better. This isn't even plugged in. I got a fucking lamp on. But Bitcoin's going to keep getting it's going to keep going up, dude. It's going to the moon. All right, the motherfuckers that understand the basic fundamentals of the cryptocurrency, they understand there's actually a limited amount of Bitcoin in existence that can ever be mined. All right, and people, a lot of this shit happens where people have a wallet with a lot of Bitcoin in it, and it's password protected, and they forget their password. And if you forget your password for your Bitcoin wallet, you're fucked. All right. And that money is never to be accessed again. That Bitcoin is lost into the ether of time. And people are like, oh my God, it's so dangerous. It's like, remember your password. That's all it requires. All right. You have to have a little personal responsibility if you're going to operate as your own banking system. All right. If you don't want the third party, mouth fucking you're going to get from the big 6 mega banks. All right. If you don't want to be mouth fucked by the big 6, because them big 6 banks, that's like a Bang Bros Brazzers scene. All right. That's like 6 brothers with fucking Reeboks on and high top, they got the high top Reeboks on. They got the fucking sweat socks pulled up to their knees, dude. They're going in. They're getting grip on that floor. All right. And they're digging into your orifices. That's what the big 6 mega banks is. All right. That's that Bang Bros, situation. You're getting that full, you're getting that full orifice assault. All right. If you participate in the big 6 mega bank system. So if you don't want that, dude, you got to have some deflationary quality to your currency. You got to be your own bank. You got to remember your goddamn password. A little bit of personal responsibility. Just make it happen. But Bitcoin's only going to go up over time because people are forgetting their passwords. It's a limited amount, That's that deflation. And fiat's only going to get less and less valuable. That's pretty clear. Since the institution of the Federal Reserve in 1913, the dollar has dropped like over 95%. So it's like, these tiny hat fuckers are not. Well, they're enriching themselves. The plan was never to actually, have a safety net for the economy, or the FDIC is all insured, and yes, we'll make sure it works. And you know how they make sure it works? Whenever they fail, they get trillions of dollars in taxpayer money. You're making sure it works with your tax money, Burgess says a lot of people worry about the economics of it, which are trash, and we all know it. My problem is infectious disease. Soon the plague will return. Well, you just got to eat your broccoli, dude. It's the same thing with everybody worried about anti-vaxxers. Like, oh my God, dude, if he doesn't take his vaccine, my kid is going to get measles. It's like, no, if you just feed your kid goddamn vegetables, and get him to do some light activity, get him up and moving, he's not going to get measles. All right, he's not going to get polio. He's going to be fine. Worry about your own goddamn immune system, dude. Don't try to micromanage. I think in Europe they're making all these, these laws about you have to get vaccinated, and it's like, it's super creepy and draconian. I don't fundamentally think that kids need any goddamn vaccinations. It's that, it helped us in a period in history where there were a lot of infectious diseases that we needed to guard ourselves against. And they learned the science of learned immunity. And I understand all the learned immunity science. And you get in there and you give them a small dose of the virus. You get their immune system accustomed to it. You let the immune system compensate and take care of it. I understand all that. But that was back when, people weren't showering. They were showering like once a week and they were shitting in the street. We got plumbing now. All right. We got, we got a little bit of cleanliness going on, dude. We got wet wipes for our asses. All right. We don't have dingleberries anymore. Soap is pretty cheap. All right. And so, as long as you, broccoli is pretty cheap and soap is pretty cheap, dude. Just get your broccoli, get your soap. You'll probably be fucking fine. Chatter Kitty's on vacation. Says he can't stay long. Visiting my mom and dad and grandparents in London, so may gotta go soon. Okay. That's badass. You originally from London, Chowder Kitty? You on that big city dreariness? All right, you over there with your, looking listfully at the, at the window when the raindrops come down, dude. You thinking of that you thinking of that gothic poetry? You on that London life, baby? You know, you getting a little fucking nostalgic. That's cool, man. You over there visiting the fam? I can't wait to visit my family again. That's I don't know when I'm gonna do it. Maybe for my birthday. Birthday's in September. All right. Um, maybe go back for the birthday, maybe for Christmas, but always get in the barbecue situation out there. My dad's out there grilling. He's that grill sergeant. My dad gets it in. Grilling up them goddamn steaks. Dude, I saw some Italian sausages the other day in the motherfucking Whole Foods. They had all these different varieties of sausages. Oh my God, my vape is leaking all over my hand. But it tapped into my German tapped into my German heritage, dude. That heritage right there. I saw them sausages, boy. I was like, oh, I want to grill them motherfuckers up. I got a little indoor grill situation here. I might get on my sausage grilling. All right. We used to grill them Italian sausages all the goddamn time growing up, dude. We put, you got the spicy Italian sausage, you grill that bad boy up, get the outside nice and little crispy, inside's all savory, you dip it in that goddamn head country. For those who don't know, head country, dude, that's that Oklahoma barbecue sauce, dude. They do it motherfucking right. They got that sweet and tangy down to a pack, baby. You ever go to the Midwest, you find one of them head country places, all right? You get the brisket, you get the ribs, you dig down, dude. You dip that fucking barbecue sauce in it, you go to work. Kachek says, if you would have invested in Bitcoin just a few months ago when it was down to 4,000, you would have tripled your money by now. Yeah, dude, it's going to keep going up. It's going to the moon. If I would have invested back when I knew about Bitcoin in 2007, I knew the shit was going to the moon in 2007, dude, and I had no goddamn money. That was right after the fucking the poker apocalypse, all right, and right after I had come back home from wasting all my money on golf clubs and tuition for an engineering degree that I had no intentions of finishing, But I was studying that Bitcoin, dude. I knew I was studying the fundamentals of it, the economic fundamentals, getting into it. I was reading economics in one lesson. I was dipping into that Murray Rothbard, dude. I was getting on my Austrian. All right, getting on them Austrian economics, getting into it. Getting into that price theory, all right, human action. A little bit of Ludwig von Mises, all right. Stefan Molyneux turned me on to the Austrian school, man. That's that reality-based economics, dude. They're breaking it down because it's from an individualistic point of view. It's not from this narcissistic, weird, like Keynesian, like overlooking the entire system. Like, oh, we need to stimulate, and yes, it's all very, Larry David economics because they don't have the dicks to take care of the pussy, so they got to get in there and try to stimulate the clitoris, We're Americans. We got dicks that get the job done. All right? We get in there. We don't need to stimulate shit. Everything's getting stimulated. Alan James, he says he set up a Discord for the Outrage crew. So I've heard a little bit about Discord, but I still don't know what it is. Let's Google it real quick here. Do you have a link for me? Free voice and text chat. So that's like 24 hours, like we could just log on there and I could see your chats and shit. That might be awesome. I wanted to set up a forum because I used to love Joe Rogan's forum. I would go on Joe Rogan's forum and they had a bunch of goddamn characters on that forum, dude. It was fun as hell. It was the most politically incorrect forum you could go to. And they had topics on every goddamn thing, dude. So I was trying to figure out like I was trying to skate around like having to actually pay to set up a forum server, because I got the BitTorrent situation. I can get sneaky. I can make something happen, dude. And we could set up a forum situation. All right. But I don't know. The Discord might be the new thing to do. But I really like forums where you have your little avatar and your post count, you fucking, your reputation. You go on there and you talk your shit, you share your memes, you get into it. I dig it, man. James says Nick and his quote sausages. What up, Sweet Chin? What up, Aaron Friedman? Aaron Friedman's into that Canadian cannabis stock. Well, that's that fluctuation. You never know with that, dude. I mean, everybody's into weed. I mean, Kevin Pollard keeps telling me he wants to open a weed shop in Oklahoma because they just had medical weed. He thinks it's a big market, but God damn it, I mean, everybody is going to be getting into weed. How are you going to make your weed marketing service any different from anybody else? How are you going to separate yourself from the pack, dude? Kevin Pollard already separates himself from the pack when he gets on stage and rocks it out. You guys haven't seen Kevin Pollard do stand-up, but he's a little monster, and he doesn't do it enough. So some of his sets are rusty, but he's got a goddamn legend brewing inside of him. I tell him motherfucker get up on stage. But yeah, I don't know about Canadian cannabis stock. I'm all for the crypto. I think the move would be to get stocks fundamentally work, dude. But get some goddamn state, get some cannabis stock in the places that haven't legalized it yet, or have, because that's going nationwide. We're going to get nationwide decriminalized weed before too long. Yeah, send me a link for that Discord. I'll check it out. We figure it out, dude. Ultimately, I'm trying to set up that damn forum and have the Outrage crew on there talking shit whenever they like, sharing all the shit we like, dude. Sweet Chin says, we shall die in Iran. Outrage crew is all in. Oh, dude. Kevin Power was talking about whether or not we're going to war on stage tonight. I had to tell him, dude, that was that pump fake. That was that okie doke. All right. That was that play fake, dude. Trump knows his base does not want war. He's not one of these typical, controlled puppet presidents. He's gonna fucking, he's gonna pretend like he is just so he can get a reaction out of you, and then he can see what your cards are. That's that poker move, dude. That's that check raise out of nowhere, and you really see if your opponent has a goddamn hand or not. All right, he gets a sense. He wants to see where you're at. So you get in poker to determine where you're at in the hand. Aggression is the best policy, all right? But not necessarily aggression, in terms of, oh, I have a hand, so I'm being aggressive and I just want to get value on my hand. I have the goods. Bluff it, all right? You throw a little bluff out there to see where you're at, dude. Test your opponent's mettle, all right? Get them to reveal themselves. Put a little pressure on them. That's that poker move, dude. That's that Donald Trump understands, applying a little pressure to the situation. All right? Throw that pump fake and see if a motherfucker's going to go for it. I don't think he has any actual intentions of dropping bombs on Iran and fucking killing people because they shot down a drone. That's just out of character. And everybody wants to pretend like, oh my God, he's this fascist dictator. Like, how many people has Trump, ordered to die as president? You want to talk about Barack Obama? Well, that motherfucker had a kill list. All right. He was systematically disassembling the Middle East with his foreign policy, dude. There were a lot of fucking women and children and innocent civilians that got ground up in the gears of that fucking horseshit foreign policy that him and Hillary Clinton cooked up in their demonic fucking, witches brew. Oh, yeah, so we're going to set up our regimes in the Middle East, and yes, no one can stop us. We came, we saw, he died. That's that foreign policy of the people that are controlled by the big banks and have to do their bidding. All right. But Trump, he's not a warmonger. He was the anti-war candidate. So everybody thinks he's getting ready to flip-flop and just, vaporize a bunch of Iranians. I don't think it's going to happen, dude. From all the evidence we've seen, that's an illogical conclusion. Let's see. Aaron Freeman says, can't send your kid to school without vaccines. Well, that's a good sign that you shouldn't send your kid to school. If they want to shoot live viruses into your kid's bloodstream in order to get into the system, that might be a good signal that you need to tap out of the system. All right. Figure it out. Lower your standard of living. All right. And figure out how to keep one parent at home and raise them goddamn kids yourself. Raise them with some common sense, raise them with some logic, raise them with some logos, raise them with some dragon energy. Just have them watch the Outrage Crew stream, you know, and they'll get the education of a lifetime. You know, they're going to learn some curse words, you know, they're going to learn some stories about fucking black women in Los Angeles, but it's that full spectrum education. All right, they're going to learn, they're going to get some street sense. All right, they're going to get some, you know, some economic sense. They're going to get some Austrian economics, you know. They're going to get some long dickonomics. All right, that's what you get down here. You know, sometimes you got to get down on with that long dick style out here in Los Angeles, though, to get work done. All right, and the same goes for the economy. We want that long paper. All right. We want that long free market. We don't want things to be centrally goddamn manipulated by these cretins. Aaron Freeman says they give babies age. Yeah, dude, it's super creepy. Anybody, you know, that's partially, especially people that are partially sponsored by the government. I want people injecting things into my children. He's going to be fine. I got broccoli in the freezer, dude. He's a human being. Human beings have survived for fucking, 200,000 years without vaccines. I think we'll be fine. Eat your goddamn broccoli. Get some protein, dude. What up, Rick Cheeseman? Glad to have you on board, dude. We got that fucking Logitech webcam popping off. Hopefully it's smooth for everybody. Nobody seems to be complaining. You know, we got it going on. Sweet Chin says, is that Heaven in the background? No, she's not here right now. She must be either at Buffalo Wild Wings working at late night, or she must be hanging out with the Pussy Eater. Heaven got real mad at me and Alan James last night because we were talking our usual shit, making watermelon and fried chicken jokes, and she got heavily triggered last night. I just think she had been up for about 2 hours too long, and she hadn't eaten in a long time. She was very emotional. It's all good, ladies and gentlemen. The bad motherfucker Alan James has helped me out again. We're getting a microphone. All right, we're getting a video card. We're getting the XLR cable. All right, and we're getting some speakers, dude. We're gonna be able to blast that goddamn outrageous music. All right, little by little. We're not gonna play it so much we get the goddamn stream taken down. But you know what? We're gonna blast it. We're gonna blast that goddamn Credence whenever we need to. Alan James says sausage and bread is what you eat when you go shopping in OZ. I don't know what OZ is. Yeah. What even is Discord? Oh, Cactus, I put the link. Are you top chatting? Oh, shit, I'm on the top chat. What up, Nicole Servin? Cactus said, did I get a new coil? No, I didn't get a new coil. It just started working better. All right, we're going to get it in the next couple of days, dude. It's tasting good tonight. What up, G Prime? All right, let me check out this link here. Check out that little Discord link there. Oh, there we go. Sign in with my username. That's that Outrage TV Discord, dude. There it is. G Prime says, thank Obama and Hillary for ISIS. For them, those are them co-founders, dude. All right, looks like I gotta set up an account with an email and a password. We'll do that later, ladies and gentlemen. That's badass, though. We got a little community we can fucking talk shit on. I dig it, baby. What's up, Look-a-Bear? He says you can create levels / reputation or make up roles for Discord server users. Well, there you go, dude. Get it done. Sweet Chin says, what's Bitcoin at right now? Break out the internet cam and look it up. Well, let's dig down on some Bitcoin prices here. Oh, look at that. Climbing up to 10, tops 10K for the continues its rally. Yeah, everybody thinks like the economist who called 2008. He has this whole thing on his podcast where he's super skeptical about Bitcoin and oh my God, it's a bubble. And he's calling it a bubble because he doesn't think it has any fundamental value, economic, Austrian-minded guy. And so I trust a lot of Peter Schiff's economic analysis, but he's totally off with the Bitcoin thing. He doesn't think it has fundamental value because it's an internet coin, and it's like, oh my God, it's an internet coin. It's not tangible. You can't touch it. It doesn't have any value. It's like, dude, the value is inherent in the system of the blockchain, and having a currency that you can transfer instantaneously across the planet. If I have a friend in China, if I made friends with Kim Jong-un in North Korea, dude, all right, if I went over there and examined the piranha tank, all right, if I went over there and commiserated like Dennis Rodman, and Donald Trump went over there and commiserated with Kim Jong-un, dude. If I wanted to, I could, from the Outrage studios here, I could, transfer some money back and forth with Kim Jong on that fucking, that Bitcoin transaction, dude, instantaneously. I wouldn't have to, transfer my currency. I wouldn't have to transfer it into whatever the fuck currency, the Jong dollar. Whatever fucking currency, I'm sure that the currency they use in North Korea it has Kim Jong-un's face on it for sure. It might have a picture of the military leaders that he's thrown in the piranha tank on the dollar. All right, it might have it, dude. But whatever the fuck it has, you're gonna be able to transfer it instantaneously. All right, and you don't need a third party to insure your money. You just insure it with a goddamn password. That's inherently valuable. Oh, Alan James says, dude, I could set you up a forum. I'm a web designer, remember. I didn't even know that fact about you, Alan James. Web designing bastard. Setting up a forum would be badass. I would love a goddamn internet forum, dude. That's, some of my formative years on the internet were spent on them goddamn internet forums. I fucking dig it, man. And I would really enjoy having our own private platform, because I know we're going to talk some heavy shit. I know we're going to get politically incorrect, and it's going to be, if I'm going to have a message board, it's going to be an anything goes message board. All right. Nobody's getting banned. Nobody's ever getting banned. I don't care if they troll. I don't care if they post 1,000 times in a row, stupid shit. they're gonna, they're gonna pay the price in reputation. No one ever gets banned at the Outrage TV forums, ladies and gentlemen. You get on there, you talk your shit, it's kind of like 4chan. All right. But it's that, it's that sustainable situation, dude. You get on there and you say your piece. I dig that, dude. We can fucking, brainstorm podcast topics and fucking commiserate with the Outrage crew 24 hours a day. Sweet Chin says Discord is ran by a bunch of furries, so keep your server on the download, Nick, or they'll hunt you down. Yeah, I want that private situation, dude. I want to set up my own shit. All right, and I'll be that fucking benevolent moderator. There's no even reason for I have a moderator, dude. There's no moderation that we do. I hate that shit on Reddit where these little fucking, Cheeto finger faggots get on there and I'm the moderator. I have power over you. You can't say that. You got banned. Oh. And it's like these little fucking tyrant creeps. It's like, I don't give a goddamn, dude. Post whatever the fuck you want. If you want to make yourself look like an idiot, go ahead, dude. That's that free speech. Sweet Chin says, I want me 100 furry scalps. And I want my scalps. That's that. That's that Brad Pitt, dude. I saw fucking Inglourious Bastards in an IMAX theater in Oklahoma. That shit was, I saw it actually in the theater that got demolished by a tornado a few years ago in Norman, Oklahoma. I saw that fucking Inglourious Bastards on that IMAX screen, dude. It was fucking fat. That's an underrated movie. Nobody talks about Inglourious Bastards anymore, but that was a tremendous goddamn flick. All right, let me take the first outrage piss of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. We got people filtering in. Good evening, everybody. Hope you had a beautiful Saturday out there. We taking over into Sunday morning, dude. We sipping on the tequila. We getting fired up. We're talking about Bitcoin. We're talking about, calling off the ICE raids. That ICE raid play fake, baby. We getting the media to react. We're getting the leftists to react. Oh my God, he's evil. We're getting them to show their fucking cards. All right, we're coming over the top with that check raise, dude. We got the royal flush. You didn't know about the royal flush, baby. We got it. We got a fucking nice hand, baby. And you thought we were bluffing because we've been acting all aggressive. And we've been talking all this shit at the table. And we've been check raising and fucking, getting all aggro and aggressive. And you thought we were loose cannons, baby. That's exactly what we wanted you to think. Now we coming over the top, dude. We coming over the top and you think we got that bullshit again, but baby, we got the goods. All right. We need to take away them goddamn incentives that create the situation. I shall return, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, we're pouring a little more tequila, baby. Little more tequila. We got the fucking pint of ice cream waiting in the freezer, dude. I'm about to down that shit right after this. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it in the fridge, get it all nice and soft. I might put it in a goddamn with a protein shake. You never know, ladies and gentlemen. Let's read some comments here. What up, Denise? What up, Melanin Farmer? What up, Joe? Alan James says Heaven got upset at him because he's white. Yeah, she got heavily triggered last night, you know. And Alan James wanted to buy her a birthday present, dude, and she got triggered because we were making watermelon and fried chicken jokes. Come on, dude. Sweet Chin says, Alan, don't make Nick administrator. Keep this Nick in check. What's up, Nick? Yeah, Look a Bear says Peter Schiff is biased. He's head of a gold company. However, as far as I know, he accepts Bitcoin for purchasing his gold. Yeah, I mean, it's just absurd to call Bitcoin a bubble, because the economic fundamentals are all there at the root of it. A bubble means there's a bunch of speculation where there's no actual value. That's what a bubble means. And he keeps saying Bitcoin is a bubble. And it's like, but it's instantaneously transferable across the planet. And you don't have to fucking change currencies to make economic transactions with anybody on the fucking planet. That's inherently valuable. It's the internet of money. Alan James says, Nick, post that link in the chat. It keeps deleting mine. I saw the link. I saw the link when you posted it. I clicked on it. Nick is so behind on the chat. I'm taking my time, dude. I'm getting in there. Sweet Jen says banning spam is legit. Well, you need an effective methodology for determining what is spam and what is not. Otherwise, then you give the moderators, tyrannical authority, and that corrupts anybody, dude. I'm not above it. If I gave myself tyrannical banning power, I might get fucking corrupted. Nicole Servant says, I do miss your skits. Well, we're about to get that XLR cable. We're about to get on here on the, on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and talk some shit with these fucking Hollywood weirdos out here. We're going to get weird, dude. We're going to get out here and interview some trannies. All right. We're going to interview some blue-haired, feminists. We're going to, we're going to interview some people who dress up like superheroes on the Walk of Fame for some goddamn reason. We're going to interview the tourists that are taking pictures with the stars on the Walk of Fame for some goddamn reason, dude. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty. We're going to get down to the people. We're going to get down to grassroots, dude. Get on that Outrage Uncensored. But yeah, the skits, man. I wish I could corral Kevin Bennett and Igor, and get the crew back together. They're out here doing their own goddamn things, ladies and gentlemen. It's okay. We got the Outrage crew. We're here. We're chilling. Look Bear says people can subvert your lack of moderation and have your website taken down, posting unlawful content. Okay, well, I mean, if you break the law, I don't know, dude. There's got to be some fundamental rules. Don't put out murder hits on people. All right, that's pretty much the extent of the moderation. Don't do contract killings on the forum. But we'll deal with those situations when they come up. I don't think the Outrage crew is into that hitman behavior. I don't know what the fuck Denise is talking about. She's talking about a new currency. We already got Bitcoin. I had a good goddamn time on stage tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Talking about my ineptitude, trying to get laid in high school, man. There was a lot of talk of titties at the mic tonight. I used to be a titty man. I used to be on that Pamela Anderson dude in the 90s. And then, you know, that Kim Kardashian sex tape, dude, that hit, dude, that turned me into an ass man, that hip to waist ratio. Wait. That internet hit, you better believe I was Googling titties, dude. On the first or second day, I got that goddamn computer. Nicole Servant says, I'm here for the ICE raid and maybe an Iran comment. Well, we don't need that ICE raid, dude. We don't need it. All right? That's that excessive force. We don't need it. You just got to take them incentives out under the root of it. All right? You got to take that foundation out, and the bullshit house of cards that the illegal immigration has created will collapse. All right? And they won't have the incentives to come here. They'll have to actually contribute into the free market. They'll have to actually, you know, participate in that voluntary situation. All right. And if they can't do it, they got to go back to Mexico. If they can't make a living here, they got to go back to Mexico. They can't suck off the teat. All right. And that takes care of itself. Yeah, Cactus X says, Nick, never make mods. That's so gay. There's no need for it, dude. You have one administrator, all right, and people can send him messages if somebody does some illegal shit, you know, posting child porn or some retarded shit like they tried to do to Alex Jones, you know. Oh, my God, Alex Jones, the child porn enthusiast. Like, of course, you know, the fake news in Twitter ran wild with that shit. Oh, my God, of course, Alex Jones confirms all of our suspicions of his bigotry and his goddamn evil. He's a libertarian. He wants freedom and prosperity. Oh, my God, the demonic behavior, you know. So, of course, he would want child porn. Well, get on that live chat, dude. I see the link to the Discord. Let me post it myself, dude. Joe says, "Are you apologizing for Jones' child porn?" I don't think it. I think it was something that was on his email server, like in the spam folder, that he just had. I don't know why they fucking had to turn over their entire email server to the FBI because of this Sandy Hook shit. It's like these parents. It's not even fundamentally about what he said about Sandy Hook. They're just like trying to destroy him, you know. And it's an angle they can find in to try and take Alex Jones down, and they're working, you know, in lockstep with, you know, the DNC because, you know, the left knows that Alex Jones was a huge reason that Trump got elected. And so they had to cut him out. They had to take him out somehow, dude. And so what do? You connect him to hating children. Oh, my God. Alex hates children. He just wanted the Sandy Hook kids to die. And it's nonsense. The reason he's getting taken out is because he has a gigantic audience and he's a libertarian that supports Trump. That's the fundamental reason he's getting taken out. I think, you know, I mean, if Alex Jones is legitimately, you know, beating his meat to child porn, I think that's horrific and evil. All right. But he's not. I don't believe that at all. Yeah, Nicole Servant says, where's the DNC server Podesta denied the FBI? Yeah, dude, where's that server? Oh, Alex Jones has to turn over his server, but it's okay if, you know, the DNC smashes theirs to pieces, you know, what is it called? What's that movie called where, not Office Space, Office Space, I think is what it's called. Yeah, those dudes that took the baseball bats to the copy machine. All right, that's what Hillary Clinton's team did. The goddamn servers that they were supposedly supposed to turn over to the FBI. And James Comey was like, "Well, they're just a little bit careless. There's nothing technically negligent about it. She didn't intend to beat that server to death with a baseball bat. You know, it's a double standard." Joe says he was proven in court to be a liar about Sandy Hook. Well, that's the thing about Alex. There's a lot of truth to be gleaned from what the man says. But he does go off into the nether regions of conspiracy theories and speculate about shit that's straight up insane. That just to attack the Second Amendment, they would concoct this fake event and pretend that a bunch of kids died, and then have a green screen on CNN and like all this shit. That he has an element of his thinking that gets way too off in the woods, and it's totally unnecessary for his message. And so that's what ended up getting him burned. That's what led to his demise, is speculating, irresponsibly about this, faint possibility that, oh my God, they could have concocted a false flag attack at Sandy Hook and no kids died. And he legitimately did speculate that it was all faked and that it was all, and then no kids actually died on his show. And it's like, I could see how that would be hurtful if your fucking kid died in Sandy Hook. I could see how you would want, you would want to take him to court. I could see it, dude. So fundamentally, Alex Jones fucked up, but the lawsuit against him has been co-opted by, this leftist agenda that just wants to destroy him fundamentally. Yeah, Nicole Servant says Jones is no more crazy than Rachel Maddow. Yeah. You want to talk about fake speculation, all right? It might not be as hurtful to speculate about fake kids, all right? But the speculation that Rachel Maddow engaged in, pretending like our president was a Russian puppet for 3 years, oh no, blowback against that, because that's sponsored by the deep state and James Comey and Andrew McCabe and Rod Rosenstein and all of these, deep state cretins. They were on the same thing. We were trying to prove it as well. Rachel Maddow's an asset to the deep state. She just loves it. She's that lapdog, dude. She's that mainstream media lapdog. And she has Hillary Clinton on and just talks about, how sexy her lesbian haircut is and asks no real questions. So if you want to talk about, false information, I mean, Sandy Hook was an ancillary issue. Jones' whole point with the thing was that they were using it as a tactic to try to attack the Second Amendment, which they did. But it's an ancillary issue. It's like, yeah, protect the Second Amendment, dude. Don't bend an inch on the Second Amendment. That's personal freedom. That's your ability to own a goddamn gun. All right? That's personal sovereignty. All right? Defend it until the death. All right, because that's the reason that's one of the main differences in the growth of this country and other countries is people have the right to bear arms. All right, and in totality, we outnumber the government, 1,000 to 1, and we got the guns, and so that's the prevention against tyranny. All right, and it's also just empowering yourself as an individual to be able to defend yourself against home invasions and whatever the fuck people try to do to you. So that the principled take on the situation is 100% true. It's just, you don't have to say Sandy Hook was a big faked event in order to support the Second Amendment, in order to, call these, these gun grabbing movements and David Hogg and call it out for being retarded. It is retarded. But Alex Jones' fundamental point was salient, that we got to protect the Second Amendment. He just went overboard, unnecessarily calling this mass shooting of kids at an elementary school, speculating on air of whether or not it was fake. There's no need to fucking for Sandy Hook to be fake, to point out that, oh, they're using it as a justification to try to take lawful gun owners' firearms away. Yeah, I agree with that point. He's no, you know, Rachel Maddow is way more insane, way more off the deep end than Alex Jones. If you look at most of what he said, there's some truth behind it. He just exaggerates it for effect on his show. But he's gonna be the one that gets the consequences, all right, because he's actually, you know, arguing for freedom in the public square. If you're making excuses for tyranny, if you're making excuses for the deep state establishment, well, you get to continue your, you know, primetime show on MSNBC. All right. But if you're actually arguing for freedom, well, any of your mistakes are going to get blown up and magnified. All right. And you got to be aware of that. And so you got to have a heavily evidence-based analysis of reality. All right. You got to have a you know, a foundation to what you're talking about. You can't go off, you know, but it is the First Amendment. He should be able to speculate about whether or not Sandy Hook was fake. The thing was, he moved over from speculation into saying that he did actually believe it was faked, and he did actually believe that no kids died. He said that a couple times on his show. But where the legal line is of that, I don't think there should be any legal line. Fundamentally, I don't think that they should, you know, have legal recourse. That even the parents of Sandy Hook, oh my God, you hurt my feelings with your speculation on your radio show, is like, is that a justification for getting somebody shut down? How about you just don't watch his goddamn show? You know, how did you even know about what Alex Jones was saying about Sandy Hook? Oh, you tuned into the show. Don't watch it. You know. But they were just pissed off because he has the opposite politics of a lot of these parents. I guess it happened in Connecticut. Connecticut is a super lefty, super elitist part of the country, and I might be wrong. Let me double check. Where is Sandy Hook? I'm probably wrong. Is it in Connecticut? So yeah, it's a super lefty, super elitist part of the country, and so they're in direct opposition of Alex Jones' politics. And so they saw an angle, they saw an opportunity to take him down, and he gave it to them, you know. But fundamentally, I think it's free speech. If you disagree with somebody, don't watch their goddamn show. What up, Bradley Murray? Aaron Freeman says defense against taxation. That's that Second Amendment, dude. You know, fundamentally, that's why I have faith for the future of the country, because we can spread the message that taxation is theft. If we can continue the gun ownership in the country, we can flex on that federal government voluntarily. All right, that's that deterrent, dude. All that needs to happen is a mental awakening for the majority of the public that they're being fucked over by this big federal government system that's not benefiting them whatsoever. And the first thing to do in that fight is to lower the amount of people on entire entitlements and welfare systems, because they cannot be objective about the role of government in society if they're actively taking money from the welfare system. They can't be objective. You know, that's why the founders wanted only land-owning individuals to be able to vote, because they had a stake in the game. All right. If you have no stake in the game and you get to vote, what are you going to vote for? To take the resources away from the productive class. All right. And it's going to be a never-ending descent into bigger government and socialistic policies, because there's going to be a political party that panders to the people that don't have shit, but they do have a vote. All right, so they're going to get pandered to, and they're going to call the productive classes racist and hateful and elitist, and they're going to convince the lower classes to vote to take away their resources. and the state will grow from there, because that desire for taking away resources that are unearned is never ending. All right, so you got to get those incentives out of the way in order to convince people that taxation is theft, because then if they actually have to earn a paycheck and they see the taxes that are getting taken out of their paycheck, and they see what they're getting in return, you know, in terms of government helping their lives, you know, they're going to have a lot less of an incentive to vote for these big government policies, because they're not actually benefiting them. They're taking away from their ability to spend their own money. Oh, Bernie Sanders, he knows how to spend your money better than you. Oh, we in that Outrage Fight Club, dude. We're on that argumentation fight. All right, nobody's getting black eyes. Cactus Jack says, Nick, have you successfully converted any leftists in LA? Well, let's see. Successfully converted any leftists in LA? I think I've opened some people's minds. Oh, this is cool. I blew some of my vape. I blew some of my my vapor into my into my vodka here, and the vape is hanging over my ice cubes. That's super cool, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I got distracted. Am I converted any leftists in LA? I feel like I've opened some people's minds to Trump, because what I don't hear, I mean, I go to the fourth wall, but I've been all over town doing mics at all these big clubs. I don't hear a lot of anti-Trump jokes anymore, because it's just so passe. It's so played out. It's all that's happening on the mainstream media all day long, and people are tired of it. The cool angle to take is to make an excuse for Trump, or find something that he's actually doing good that's surprising, because that's a surprising angle. You're supposed to hate it. All right. So the funny comedic angle is to, you know, try and, you know, point out what he's done right. You know, I still got to get this bit on camera. I think I have a clip of it somewhere. I might, you know, dip into the archives of the Fourth Wall cam there, because I know they recorded this live stream one night. But just the idea of how he handled the North Korea situation. You know, you can go up there in Hollywood and you can make all the, you know, the standard, you know, things at the top. You're like, well, I could see why, you know, some people hate Donald Trump, and I understand, you know, blah, blah, blah. But the way he handled this North Korea situation, I mean, he said that his nuclear button was bigger than Kim Jong-un's. All right. He literally sent a nuclear war threat and a dick joke in the same tweet. That's legendary shit. You know, how the fuck? Like, I say some offensive shit on stage, but if I did a show in Asia, I would probably leave out the nuclear war material and the small dick material, dude. I mean, he went for it 100%, dude. And somehow it goddamn worked. All right. And now that's going to go down in history, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to go down in textbooks. And then the president turned to Twitter, making a reference to his genitalia in comparison to the leader of North Korea's genitalia. Soon after, a peace agreement was reached. That's that big dick diplomacy, dude. That's that alpha male shit. They want, if they have an obvious defect, I mean, Kim Jong-un obviously has a tiny dick. All right. He's very resentful. He's very, you know, he flies off the cuff. He feeds people to piranhas. All right. He's overcompensating. He has a piranha tank. He feeds, you know, he feeds his political enemies into the piranha tank. It's very, you know, Bond villain-esque. All right. And nobody becomes a Bond villain if they have a huge dick and they're satisfied in their life. You know, doesn't work that way, dude. You know, Kim Jong-un desperately wanted somebody to call him out for his small dick. Why does nobody make fun of my dick? It's very small. Nobody make fun of my dick, but they think I'm going to fit him to piranha. And then Donald Trump came over. He started making fun of that dick, dude, and he gained some respect. That's that big dick diplomacy. But people like when you take the angle that's less traveled, and because it's a ballsy move. It's not ballsy at all to stand up on stage in Hollywood and be like, oh my God, what a bigot Donald Trump is. Oh, isn't he evil? It's like, yeah, that's what, the entire establishment, corporate whore media says all day long, dude. You're so original and unique. What's up, Miss Hellfire? How's the Cali weed? It's good, baby. What up, Gamer Word? Gamer Word says Trump let me down, but I called out that this would happen. Let you down how? Gamer Word says not sure if I can vote Trump 2020 anymore until he rounds up the illegals. Come on, dude. It's about incentives. And no, Cactus Jack, I did not get a new coil. It's slightly burnt, we're wetting it. All right. I was goddamn at the gym and fucking sleeping all day today. We're going to get a new one tomorrow. Oh, Alan James says, show the Amazon search. Yeah, dude, let's check this out. This is hilarious. All right, let's check this out. So we were doing some searching around on Amazon looking for microphones and speakers and shit last night. And Alan James was looking for a birthday present for Heaven because it's her birthday in 5 days. And so we went on Amazon and we said, things black people like. Or what was the search things for black people? Because that was the suggested search. Yeah. And this football player named Michael Bennett wrote a book called Things That Make White People Uncomfortable. And apparently, and last night we were looking at the video, it was $20-something for the book, and now it's $0, dude. You can get that fucking, philosophical illuminating, dissertation right there from Michael Bennett. All right, for $0. I don't know how the fuck that works. All right, you can get Michelle Obama's book. Black dude. She's got no ass, way bigger than her ass, dude. That's that questionable attraction, dude. If you're attracted to Michelle Obama as a black man, I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Yeah, things for black people and things that make white people uncomfortable. That's they talk about reparations. Those are your reparations, dude. It's more than socially acceptable to make white people uncomfortable, and that's that fun for black people. Joe says, pick something outrageous and I'll buy it for you. Pick something on the things for black people list. Amazon discriminating against blacks, of course. Oh, Amazon. The poor black people. Joe says, let's eBay shop. Are you talking about for Heaven's birthday or for the Outrage Chancellor? Melon Farmer says, probably some cream for their ashy ass elbows. I feel bad for some of these black people I see in the gym, man. They are dusty as hell. Some of them come in there, dude. You can tell they just took a shower before they came to the gym. And then, you know, it's like the crackening. You've heard of the cracking, but man, that's the crackening, dude, around them knees and elbows. Them motherfuckers get dusty as hell. They look like they've been rolling around in kitty litter. You know, that's that Ashy Larry. You know, I love me some Donnell Rawlings. Kiki says, Nick, you're sweet, but the CIA has run North Korea. Stick to comedy or educate yourself. Oh, educate me, Kiki. How has the CIA run North Korea? All right. It seemed like those fat-faced, terrible haircut individuals are over there lording their tyranny on the people. All right. What does the CIA have to do with that shit? I'm interested. Yeah, I think it's retarded to, you know, I think Aaron Freeman was trolling, or who said he wasn't voting for Trump because of he's got a oh, it was Gamer Word. He might be trolling a little bit. He might be, you know, trying to get a reaction out of the Outrage Chancellor, but, you know, come on, Gamer Word. The agreement with Mexico is the big thing where they have to, if they're applying for asylum, they have to do it in Mexico. And they're incentivizing Mexico to stop them motherfuckers before they even come to the border. It's all about incentives, ladies and gentlemen. Denise says, I heard about the CIA connection to Kim's dad. Well, who knows what the fuck the CIA is up to? They're that rogue organization, dude. That's what happens when the government gets too big. You get organizations like the CIA. They just feel like they can run MK Ultra operations and, you know, the Tuskegee, you know, syphilis injections. And they're just fucking injecting people with syphilis and LSD and seeing what the fuck happens. They're in there on that fucking experimentation, dude. They're just fucking whatever we want. We got this government money. Let's fucking do some sneaky shit. We have no oversight, you know. That's why they're all freaking out when Trump gets in there because, you know, all their sneak operations might be exposed if Trump learns about them. He might just tweet about it on a fucking Tuesday morning. I learned the CIA was trying to inject people with syphilis LSD, a combination of syphilis and LSD, and it's very sad. And the CIA will, they'll be getting a visit from me. All right, and I'm going to bring them some McDonald's, and I'm going to have McDonald's catered to the event, but we're also going to disband the CIA. And you're like, what the fuck? He's going to give them McDonald's and then fire them. You're fired. Here's your hamburger. You're fired. You know, he might do some crazy shit. All right, so they can't get away with their crazy shit because he's that unpredictable character. All right, a little more water, a little more tequila, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. I can hear that Discord beeping. All right, Outrage crew is percolating. As soon as I set up my goddamn account, I'll go in there and check it out, dude. But yeah, ultimately, if we could get a forum set up, I think that would be the ultimate shit. We could have that private server, dude. Have that private information complex. We can share the documents, ladies and gentlemen. get on these goddamn documents. Let's hit that document cam. Let's check out some headlines. All right. Oh, Denise says Sandy Hook was a scam. So Trump calls off the ICE raids. Let's check out this article. See what does. But what's happening? He's delayed. All right, so it's apparently still on schedule to happen. Democrat mayors in Chicago, Los Angeles, and elsewhere vowed not to of the article. All right, she's showing some boobs. You got Robin Thicke's fiance here. All right, you got plenty of tips. President enforcement actions by Immigration and Customs Enforcement to remove thousands of illegal immigrants who have court orders for deportation. Oh, he says, at the request of Democrats, I have delayed the illegal immigration removal process, work out a solution to the asylum southern border. If not, deportations to start. So that's what he's doing. And so now, for 2 weeks, we get to see can get together and work out a solution. So this is how you, or, you know, let's let Congress figure it. Go ahead. Oh, everybody says the stream keeps stopping. Maybe a little lag because we opened the ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get that goddamn graphics card. We're gonna be zipping along at fucking warp speed. Switch in, wanted to see that fucking zoom in on the thought in the blue bikini. Oh, Nick, don't stream porn. Easiest way to get banned. Dude, we're not watching porn. All right, that's for the cucks out there. We'll leave that up to the cucks, baby. Oh, here we go. Let's check this out. Let's see if Denise says so much lagging. Is it still lagging? Hopefully not. All right, I want to open up this article here. Mutant DNA edited babies secretly born in China. What up, Not a Bear? You goddamn right. This is that chicken shoulder gay Jew podcast, dude. But yeah, these fucking news sites have so many pop-ups. I got the ad blocker on, dude. Yep, it's fucking it up. I gotta close the article. Gotta close the article. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We got that 8 dimples in my face, baby. You can see all my hair follicles in the beard. You know, we got the high definition. We got the dual monitor setup, dude. Big motherfucking time. All right, we're on the way, dude. We're going to get this set up elite. Not a Bear says, Owen has all my accounts banned. Well, that must be troubling for you since you made your name, you know, part of the Owen Benjamin Bear clan on YouTube, and now you're banned. Well, you must have hurt his feelings too much. Okay, we know Owen's a very sensitive individual. All right, and he doesn't like getting getting pushback in the comments. But that's not the case with the chicken shoulder gay Jew outraged chancellor, dude. I don't give a goddamn what you call me. All right. I just want to hear your arguments. I want to talk shit. I'll talk shit about you. You talk shit about me. I don't give a goddamn. That's masculinity. What's it like if I go down to 480p? Let's try it out, dude. Let's try it out. All right, this is 480p, ladies and gentlemen. little less clear. You know, let's try to pull up this article again. Let's see if it glitches up. Mutant DNA edited babies. Quote, Frankenstein scientist, in quote, secretly born in China. Oh, we got a little bit of lag. I saw that. Secret gene edited Frankenstein babies. Not yet known to the rest of the world. A leading expert has claimed. I don't trust anybody who calls himself a futurologist. What are you doing, dude? I'm a futurologist. Do you have a fucking name? How do you pronounce that? Scientist He was condemned around the world last year, where he brazenly announced in a YouTube video that he had produced the first gene-edited humans in history. Oh, dude, they're on that gene editing, dude. Nobody calls. But if you think they give a goddamn about your feelings, you got another thing. The Chinese people, you know, they will eat octopus alive. Well, it's squirming around with all the tentacles on their face, and they just chomp down on the fucking octopus brain. You know, Chinese people don't give a fuck about your feelings, dude. Try sneaking over the Great Wall of China and living there illegally. You're gonna find out. So was the 480p working a little better with the article there? We can go to it. Yeah, clean talking. It was a good night up at the fourth wall, dude. I fucking signed up for the 9 and 10 o'clock. I overslept my 9 o'clock, dude. I went to sleep after my goddamn workout. I went to sleep around 4:30. I thought I was gonna have that, you know, that nice little 2-hour nap, and I ended up sleeping for 5 hours. I woke up at goddamn 9:10. I missed my fucking 9 o'clock mic, but I got some goddamn iced espresso in my body. You know, I got up there at the fourth wall and rocked it out. You know, it was a good fucking show. They had it packed out. We had a couple of audience members in the situation, dude. I was up there talking about my, you know, my not getting laid in high school, you know, because I tried to tell bitches I was on the basketball team, and they were like, yeah, I saw that air ball in the fourth quarter. You're still on the bench, though. God damn it. You know, I was more into, you know, I wasn't into partying. All right. I was not into partying in high school, man, because in my high school in Oklahoma, partying meant you went out to the lake, all right, and you drank beers and you tried to get your fuck on. I'm not trying to get my fuck on at the lake, dude. I'm not trying to get mud on my shoes. I'm not trying to get a fucking, you know, a parasite swimming up my dick hole. That's not happening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not down with that bullshit. I'm glad I didn't, dude. If I would have went out there, I probably would have got a bitch pregnant. I probably would have got a DUI. You know, them police officers, they were trolling that lake situation out there. They knew the high school kids were getting out there and getting wild, getting crazy. I wasn't into that bullshit, dude. I was home trying to win that online poker. Or I was trying to get rich. I was trying to show up, you know, rich at the motherfucking school. I was trying to show up with goddamn, you know, fresh ass fucking spinning rims on my goddamn Chevy Malibu and just stun on the motherfucker. You know, teach them how to stunt. I was trying to get on my fucking stunt game, dude. And get some pussy that way, you know, and just show up at the goddamn school. You know what it is. With the goddamn spinning rim, son. We got the speakers coming, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna pump that stunt 101. We're gonna get it fucking fired up, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I was trying to do, dude. I was trying to show up and be rich at school, dude. And I'm like, oh, you gonna fuck me now? Oh, you wasn't gonna fuck me before, you gonna fuck me now? You know? But I had to get out there. I had to do that fucking, you know, that pickup artistry. I had to teach myself how to talk to women. You know, I got a little creepy there for a few years, you know. I would go around to Ross, TJ Maxx, Hobby Lobby, and both the Walmarts in my high school, in my college town, dude. and I would scope out women for conversation starters, son. I would go out there. I would get my goddamn, I would get my errands done, and then I would be scoping out, for hot female situations. Go up there and get that chatterbox kicking off. Get that conversation started, dude. Hit them with that killer line. Baby, you look really cute. We should grab a coffee sometime. Get started. But there's a limited aspect to that. You don't want to go out and just, be creepy all the goddamn time. You keep it in your back pocket, dude. If you see an opportunity, you take it. But you don't necessarily go out for hours every day and try to talk to bitches. That's a little bit creepy, and I figured that out, dude. I got banned from multiple establishments in my college town, dude. I got banned from the Ross. I got banned from the Hobby Lobby. I got banned from both of the Walmarts, because I got a couple complaints, Sometimes you go up to a girl, she looks about 25, and you're in the middle of talking to her, and she's like, and you're like, how old are you? And she's like 16, and you're like, oh, you look so healthy. What have you been eating, baby? Damn. You look about 10 years older. You matured very well. Are you talking to a girl? And she's like, well, I have a boyfriend. And, you step over that line real quick. You're like, well, what does that have to do with me? And you get all cool, you get all smooth until the boyfriend turns around. He was in the next aisle over, and he's like, I'll show you what it means to you, motherfucker. And you're like, you're going to make that run for it, dude. You get in those awkward situations, but that teaches you how to get over a bomb. All right. If you bomb in public talking to a girl trying to get laid, you goddamn sure you can bomb on stage and not give a fuck and get up there the next night, dude. Tomorrow's another day. Not a Bear says Owen is a Freemason Jew. He did that video with a goat on April 1st, the first day to them. Not a Bear's on that numerology, dude. He's on that speculation. All right. I think Owen is just, he's very, he wants an ally. He wants a crew to depend upon. And he looked around in Hollywood, and he didn't see anybody that had his back, and that freaked him the fuck out. And so he's very sensitive to criticism. He's very sensitive to two-faced individuals. Like, he put all his trust in guys like Jordan Peterson and Steven Crowder and Alex Jones, and they turned their backs on him. And so, he's very trigger happy with the band hammer. And me, I'm not that sensitive. It's not that easy to hurt my feelings. Nicole says she went for a smoke and now I'm lost. Well, we're talking about that development of learning how to talk to women. All right, getting that situation shored up. All right, being confident in the streets. It's a tactic you got to learn. You got to put yourself out there. You got to take some risks. Test your metal, toughen up your leather. All right, and prepare you for life. Oh, women love a man that can come up to them in public and start a conversation and keep it smooth. Oh my God. But you know what they hate? A man who can't keep it smooth, a man that falls apart under pressure. But that's why you repeatedly expose yourself to pressure, right? To toughen up that leather. All right, one more outrage piss, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to come back and pour a little more tequila. We still got one more beer in the holster, ladies and gentlemen. To yet be deployed. A little more of this salsa. This salsa syrup for you. We keep our salsa in the motherfucking freezer. You know what it is? You get that frosty bottle, ladies and gentlemen. That's an $8 bottle at the goddamn Ralph's out here in Los Angeles. You get that $8 frosty bottle, dude. You get that, you know, that's good for you. Cheers up to the Outrage crew. Let's look at some memes. Let's look at some memes real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check out the Donald, the front page of the Donald. I check in with the Donald every day, ladies and gentlemen. Ever since I smiley face with a peace sign on it or whatever the fuck. Says when you have sex with a hot girl, but she has a glass of alcohol, so she accuses you of rape the next day. So you convert to Islam and rape her for real, and nobody can criticize you. Otherwise, they're culturally insensitive. Dude, you convert to Islam. All right, go back to 720. We rock it on that high definition. All right, we go back to the 720 real quick. Let's sharpen up that meme, ladies and gentlemen. That's fucking beautiful. That's that fucking trap card, dude. Consent is haram. You know? All right, let's take this shit out. The pain, it never goes away. And looks like Hillary's on the list of the on the front cover of New York Magazine. And it says, this is presidential election. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Apparently, there was another there was another accuser of sexual impropriety of the goddamn God Emperor there. He's the biggest target on. Somebody says, I still say that's the rug she stole from the State Department. There you go, dude. She stole that fucking rug and made a fucking, you know, a dictator smock out of it. Not a Bear says, he's talking about, and all that Jew bashing he was doing just to bring you full circle and dismiss the JQ altogether. Well, the Jewish question has to do with IQ and chutzpah, all right, and it has to do with, you know, that they've failed to accomplish. All right, if Christians would have hammered that thou shalt not steal, and the government is not exempt from thou shalt not steal, well, we wouldn't have these positions of power and these centralized positions in the economy and the Federal Reserve in order for the Jews to rise up into and with their Talmud fracturization and their chutzpah and their fucking, you know, their high IQ revving horsepower and you know, if amoral, you know, power seeking behavior, they wouldn't have any positions of power to seek. All right. If we just said taxation is theft and we just went with that straight up, you know, voluntary free market capitalism from the jump, dude, they wouldn't have any positions to sneak and scheme and get into power. So it's not about blaming the Jews. It's about what can you do? All right. You can say thou shalt not steal. You can say taxation is theft. That's how you get rid of the tyrants. That's how you get rid of the rulers. All right. Because there's a difference between leaders and rulers. Like the rulers like to call themselves leaders, like the people that steal your tax money and call themselves politicians and call themselves the government. There's no such thing as the government. There's criminals that sit in white buildings in Washington, D.C. and steal your tax money. All right. And they call themselves leaders. All right. As a rhetorical trick to say that they're the proper ones to lead you. No, a proper leader wouldn't have to steal your money in order to, you know, pay their salary. That's one of the things people never bring up with Donald Trump is he's not even taking a presidential salary. All right. That's one of the reasons that you know that he's for real. He's not taking a presidential salary, dude. We don't need it. All right. That's that actual permit and public servitude. Why are you getting paid $500,000 a year if you're supposed to be a public servant? What do we? Alan James says, what's Nick downloading on uTorrent? Dude, I got that final draft application allegedly. All right. Allegedly, I got the final draft application to write my screenplays off uTorrent. People are speculating about where I got my final draft, and it may or may not be by ill-gotten gains, but I didn't feel like paying for it, and allegedly I torrented it. Allegedly I torrented the very first Mission Impossible movie the other night, and I watched it, and I was very enthused. I was had a newfound love for Tom Cruise. I had not seen the first Mission Impossible. It was a good flick. Maybe want to go to Prague and wear a tuxedo, all right? Maybe want to fly a helicopter through a fucking tunnel. That's right, not a bear. That's not an argument, dude. He's getting triggered. He's calling us faggots and Jews. What's your argument, dude, against what I said? All right, the Talmudistic Jews, the Jews that are into the Talmud, their morals have been fractionated. They've gotten away from the Torah. They've gotten away from the Ten Commandments, and the Christians have gotten away from the Ten Commandments too, dude. If they're so stalwart for the Ten Commandments, what about thou shalt not steal? Why do you not universalize that to the government? Why do they get an exception? Not a bear says over 80 dual Israelis in Congress because of my 200 IQ. I'm not saying that the dual citizenship in Congress is good, but the only reason that there's a Congress is because Christians haven't said that thou shalt not steal. There shouldn't be a goddamn Congress. But as soon as you make a big federal government complex, as soon as you make that, you give them the opportunity to rule over you, of course they're going to do it. You give them the opening to do it, dude. So of course they're going to sneak and scheme, and they're going to have their foreign policy that, we've got to protect Israel and have a giant 20-year war on terror that bankrupts the American empire. Of course, it's all going to happen, dude. Because Jews don't want to protect themselves. They don't want to have to, they're surrounded by a bunch of cousin fuckers and suicide bombers in the Middle East, dude. What do you expect them to do? That's why they're so neurotic. That's why Larry David exists. That neurotic mentality, dude. That's that Larry David fucking foreign policy. Oh my God, they're going to kill us any day. It's Israel is all about, dude. They're all about worrying about shit. And they don't want to have to do the dirty work themselves. They want America to do the dirty work themselves. Citizenship in Congress, but we've allowed it to happen by allowing Congress to exist. There shouldn't be a goddamn Congress. Not a bear says, is that what the Jewish media tells you? Well, you're not even saying what you're disagreeing with me about. I laid out a lot of arguments there, and you're just trolling, apparently. Aaron Freeman says, not a bear looks like a chicken in running shoes. Oh, dude. Not a bear. He's got to get out there. He's got to get out in that gym, dude. He's got to do some weighted dips. Then you stop worrying about the Jews when you do weighted dips at the gym, dude. You start taking that personal responsibility. You're like, oh, well, it's on me to say that taxation is theft. Well, it's my responsibility. What's the deal with taking personal responsibility? I mean, it shouldn't be my fault. I should just be able to sit back and blame the Jews. It's not how it works, dude. Blame yourself. How much work have you put in saying taxation is theft? All right. How much pestering of your Christian friends have you done, all right, to see whether or not they universalize their principles? because that's the only thing that matters, dude. It's not about the Jews aren't going to quit just because you pester them. The Jews aren't going to quit, trying to seek positions in the Federal Reserve and in the deep state apparatus because all that's going to happen is you're going to get labeled as an anti-Semite bigot from the left, and you're going to get marginalized because you're blaming a demographic for a problem that's much larger and much more deeply rooted in false principles. Blaming a demographic is a trap that they want you to fall into. Is that what the Jewish media tells you, not aware? You're the one falling into the identity politics trap by blaming a demographic for problems and not taking personal responsibility. That's un-American, dude. What do you have to contribute other than complaining about Jews? Of course the Jews are fucking us over. All right, we're past the point of calling it out. It's been called out, dude. If you just continue obsessing about it, all you're going to do is get labeled an anti-Semite and get marginalized. It's about the principles at the root of it, dude. What comments you talking about, Cactus Jack? Let's see. Nick, you need to read about hypertrophy or you'll never build muscle. You can't jack off at the gym and expect gains. Your workouts are embarrassing. Come on, dude. I'm on that hypertrophy. I'm getting a little bit bigger. Little by little. I got my calories in. I got the fucking ice cream in the fridge. I'm going to mix it with the protein powder. I got the creatine and the protein powder, dude. We're working on it. I'm that ectomorph. All right? I'm never going to be fucking, I'm never going to be Jay Cutler. All right? I'm not stocky enough, I'm 6'2". All right? I know Arnold was, how tall is Arnold? Is Arnold 6'2"? Arnold Schwarzenegger, height. I can't believe I'm Googling this. Yeah, Arnold's 6'2". All right, so all my goddamn excuses just went out the window. Oh! I'm trying my best. All right, we're getting our goddamn weighted chin-ups in. We're getting our weighted dips in. We're doing our military press. I was in the gym for goddamn 90 minutes today, dude. I was getting it in. What is Alan James and Aaron Friedman talking about? What clip? I want to see a funny clip. Not a Bear says laid out a lot of shit. My high IQ. Are you disputing that Ashkenazi Jews have a high IQ? I don't get it. Okay, Ellen James posted a link here. Let's see what the fuck is going on. He posted a satin pink yarmulke, and it's very offensive. It's very offensive, dude. I'm not going to get that yarmulke, but I'm not against, leaning into a joke on the podcast. If somebody buys me the pink yarmulke, I may or may not wear it on the podcast, just for a goof. Not a Bear says, Israel attacked USS Liberty and survivors still seeking justice. Jewish media deliberately ignores them. What? Not a Bear says, are you listening to Gay Bear Benjamin today? He said exactly that. No, I haven't been listening to him for a while. He's way too goddamn heavy on the Jesus now. Everything is put into one category of, pro-Jesus or pro-Satan now. I mean, he's lost all of his moral nuance. I don't know. It's just exceedingly boring to me when people get into the Jesus that heavy and just everything has to be defined in religious terms and what God would want, and they're all speculating about these, cryptic Bible verses. Oh my God, what does God want us to do? And it's like, just say taxation is theft. Come on. That's all you need to do. Do you need a bigger moral revelation in your life? Do you need a bigger mission than that to fucking take down the federal government and convince people that it's an illegitimate institution that's fucking up the entire incentive structure of our country? Come on. Thou shalt not steal, dude. And I'm fired up on the tequila. And you guys get it. You feel it. It's not about complaining about Jews, dude. Don't watch the porn. Don't watch CNN. Done. Say taxation is theft. Get those positions of power out of our way, and we won't have to deal with these fucking slime balls taking refuge in them. Melanin Farmer says, bulk up to save the West. Dude, that's so romantic. It's like, there's something like, I've tried to do it on stage when people don't get the connection because it's so fundamentally stupid, but it's hilarious to me that I've got to build up my muscles to defend Western civilization, dude. To defend the West. That's what I'm thinking when I'm on my third set of weighted dips, dude. I'm defending the West. Lady Liberty needs me. I have this vision, all right, while I'm playing Ted Nugent in my fucking headphones. All right, I have this vision when I get ready to do my dips, dude. You hear the guitar riffs, and I'm just like, it's like all the different countries are competing in weightlifting, and then it gets America, and they're like, they look at me, dude, and I got an American flag bandana, dude. I got it fucking cinched up, and I'm all threaded out, I got the fucking eagle tattoo with Trump on a tank on my chest, dude. I got the fucking, the string tank top that Planet Fitness hates. I'm setting off the lunk alarm, dude. And they're like, they look at me, and the rest of the world is like, well, what do you got, America? What do you got for us, America? And I'm like, all right, let's show these motherfuckers what the fuck is that, dude. And I strap on my weightlifting gloves, dude. I get to work. So dumb, dude. It's so goddamn dumb. But whatever it takes to fire you up, you get it done. Bradley Murray says, I watched Owen ban about 50 people in about 5 minutes. He's a mad ass. Yeah, it's, and I don't know. It's weird to be that sensitive about what people think of you. It's obvious that there's an insecurity there about his own ideas. I'm not insecure about what I believe because I got the arguments. I got the ideological justification. Ideological is the wrong word. I've got the logical justification for all of my positions. All right. So if you come at me, I appreciate it because either way, you're going to sharpen my arguments, or you're going to tell me something new, or we're going to get down to the truth. It's all about getting to the objective standard of what the fucking truth is. It's not about being right. It's not about my ego. It's not about, oh my God, I'm funny, or I'm this legend. I don't give a goddamn about that, dude. I romance the truth. I'm like Antonio Banderas when it comes to the truth, dude. I get in there, oh, mamacita, oh, I get in, oh, we're going to take some shots of tequila, we're going to take some shots of tequila, we're going to get it in, baby, oh, we're going to get in the truth, I'm going to put on my Zorro outfit, oh, you have never seen, baby, you have never seen anything yet, baby, oh, romancing the truth every night. I get on the Outrage Cast live stream. I romance the truth in front of everybody, baby. Oh, we're gonna make it happen, baby. Oh, you don't even know, baby. I'm that Antonio Banderas. Come on. I'm that desperado for Western civilization. I romance the truth, baby. We get down to it. It's not about the Jews. It's about principles, dude. Not a Bear says, you're a faggot, kill yourself. That's not quite an argument. All right. Try better. Not a Bear says, Israeli headlines saying weeks ago how they'll go to war with Iran using America to fight like all the other enemies of Israel. Well, Trump's not doing their bidding, is he? Oh, looks like we called it off. Looks like it was a big pump fake, didn't it? He's not part of the deep state establishment, military-industrial complex, fuck fest, bullshit gangbang-a-thon. He's not part of it. Sweet Chin says, yeah, but you're still a gay atheist, Nick, even though Cactus has schooled you. Dude, all atheism is rational skepticism toward the claims of theists. Oh, well, you say God is real? That's a hypothesis there. Care to provide any evidence, any experiments, any data? Oh, is it gay to request data? Is that the new homosexuality? To request data for your metaphysical claims, ladies and gentlemen? Alan James says, when Nick has 1,000 in the chat, maybe he'll be banning some people. Well, I don't think so, dude. I don't think so, because I appreciate all the pushback. I don't give a goddamn what anybody says about me, because I understand who I am fundamentally. That's what the kids call being based. All right. I have rock solid principles that I adhere to, and I don't question them. What I think Owen Benjamin is doing is he's playing into that religious mind state, and it's emotionally based. It's not based on anything rational. It's not based on anything logical. And so he gets very uncomfortable when confronted about his fundamental ideological assumptions. And I don't get that way. I don't get triggered when people, question my fundamental principles, because I've come to them from logical positions. So I can explain them. I can articulate them. I can get down to the nitty gritty. I don't give a goddamn. If you got a better argument than me, I'm happy that you've sharpened my arguments and we're getting closer to the truth. That's all I give a fuck about. That's the entire mission, is to get to the truth. And so I don't have this ego that's built upon this false structure of believing in fake metaphysics and like taking the Bible literally. And like, that's when you set your foundation on an unstable situation like that, of course, you're going to have, and you attach your ego to it, you're going to be unstable. You're not going to be able to contend with criticism. And so any criticism seems like a personal attack on your ego. I don't take any criticism on here as a personal attack on my ego, because I recognize I'm coming on the internet. I'm saying, oh, just by my presence on the internet, I'm saying, oh, I'm interesting. I'm funny. Like me, please. Yeah. That's the fundamental assumption of coming on the internet. So obviously people are going to talk shit. I don't give a fuck. If you have an argument, I'm glad. Let's get closer to the truth, dude. That's what the whole goddamn thing is about. So my ego isn't attached to my perception on the internet, because my coming on the internet, my whole thing is to get to the truth. I'm that Antonio Banderas. Come on. I romance the truth. Cactus Jack says, Nick, where do we send you stuff? PayPal.me/Outrage TV. Kiki says, Nick, why do you exist? Give data. Well, I can't prove that my parents had sex, all right, but there's some empiricism happening. I can't prove that my mom didn't fuck the mailman, but, you know, I do share some similarities with my dad. We're both very lean. We're both very shredded. My dad has chicken shoulders as well. All right, but we're proud of our chicken shoulder lineage. All right, we keep our shoulders sharp. That's that top game in jiu-jitsu. All right, you get that top position, you use your sharp shoulders, all right, to fucking muscle through, you know, and cut a motherfucker up with your shoulders. All right, we're going for the beer. We're going to finish this tequila. Oh, we loose on the Outrage cast tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm feeling good. Had a good goddamn show at the fourth wall tonight. Out there rocking it out, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting thicker from Western civilization. We're cracking our last natty light. I've never been much of a liquor guy. I've been getting into tequila lately, just because it's the best tasting liquor when you drink it straight on ice. But I like the carbonation fundamentally, dude. Not a Bear says Jews use Americans to fight their wars and import Muslims into Western countries. They use Tommy Robinson to hate Muslims when it's Jews importing them in. All true. I think that's all true. All right. And they wouldn't be able to do it as effectively if we didn't have these massive centralized positions of power that exist because Christians haven't said that thou shalt not steal, and they haven't universalized it. Not a Bear says it's their religion to take over all the other governments. They view non-Jews as animals. That's that Goyim, dude. We're that pack of unruly Goyim tax cattle on the Outrage crew, you know, and it's fine. We just recognize the situation at hand. We don't sit around and complain about it all day. It's what are you going to do about it? We're past the point of recognition, you know. Goddamn, Aaron Freeman says salsa is $21 a bottle here. Well, I'm out there in that Los Angeles market, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you go to the Ralph, sometimes they got deals on that liquor. That's that $8 bottle. Oh, Cactus says not money, dude. Well, if you want to send me, I don't know. I've already said my home address on the stream before. I'm not sure I want to put it out, you know, again. I don't exactly have a PO box or anything. I don't know, dude. I don't have a PO box. What do you want to send me, dude? I can, you know, if you want to send me some shit, email me at nickjordan84@gmail.com and we'll communicate about it. nickjordan84@gmail if you want to send me some shit. Oh, you're talking about shirts and stuff? I need some shirts, dude. I need a wardrobe. I'm trying to get on that on that Wu-Tang shit. Every other day my whole dress code switch. I'm trying to get on that Clean Talking John level, you know, attire. All right. I'm trying to be fresh on the daily, you know, but it's a slow process. I don't even know where the fuck this shirt came from, but it's Calvin Klein, you know, and it's a little bit too small. It's a little bit too wide. It's a weird cut shirt, you know, but we're taking what we get. All right. We don't have extra money to be spending at these goddamn clothing departments. You know, we're spending all of our money defending Western civilization. Sweet Chin says, Nick, why are you straight? Show data. Well, if I may go to the document cam, let's bring up my Excel spreadsheet. All right, to categorize the hundreds of black women I fucked in LA. I do not have an Excel spreadsheet. All right, it's all kept in my mental apparatus. All right, but I used to be that, you know, that dating app legend out here in Los Angeles. All right. In my early 20s, you can get a lot of play on the dating apps, dude, when you got to. What the hell? Why are we frozen? We back? We good? Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why the fuck that happened. Kek Check says, read my comment. Oh, I just read it. Not famous enough for anyone to send you weird stuff, faggot. Is that what you're talking about? Email me, dude. NickJordan84@gmail, dude. We'll get that fucking, you know, you can send me some shit if you like. Uh-oh, Alan James just had a Freudian slip. He said, we black. I don't even know how a P.O. box works, honestly. How the fuck does that work? You get a P.O. box and motherfuckers send you shit? I don't even know. Fucking email me, dude. We'll figure it out. Let's check out some more headlines here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to document cam. Why is everyone dying in the Dominican Republic? You know, don't go to the. Kek Check says, actually, I forgot you're poor. You can't afford a P.O. box. Maybe I'll email you. Oh, boy. Alan James says, Nick doesn't know how a P.O. box works. We got a real genius here, guys. Oh, come on, dude. In the P.O. box situation. Kek Check says, sickening. Not a bear says, America, they don't use P.O. boxes in Israel. Oh, Yarmulke confirmed. Fuck. Just trying to check into the headlines. The Outrage crew is just cutting to the bone, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know if I have a yarmulke on or not. Go ahead and buy me the pink yarmulke, dude. Buy it. I'll wear the shit. I'll start eating kosher on you motherfuckers. You know, I'll start grocery shopping down on Pico Boulevard in Los Angeles. I'll go down to that fucking, you know, that Beverly Wood. All right, because I don't know, you know, a lot of Outrage crew has contributed to me, but you know, and big ups to the Outrage crew. Big ups to the Outrage crew, but you know, when I was busted, when I had my busted ass car, I had my hatchback, you know, it lost power. I had a fucked up battery situation. I was down in Beverly Wood. That's a heavily Jewish community. I was down there, dude. I had the car troubles. All right. And a small hat individual, he came over to me. You know, he was out there playing in the yard with his family, dude. He had a full fucking family situation. He was heavily in the Torah. It looked like he was acting out the Torah in real life, dude. He was down there in Beverlywood. He was in his fucking nice little house, dude. He had his front yard. He was out there with his family, dude. He was killing it, you know. And my motherfucking battery stopped working in my car. I had a fucked up battery situation. My car stalled out in Beverlywood when I was delivering down there in Postmates. All right. And what happened when my car stalled out? All right, I went over. I didn't even have to go over to this dude. I was just standing outside my car. It was obvious I had a problem. You know, he came over to me. You know, he was curling his sideburns. He was like a valley girl, dude. He had curly sideburns, dude. But he had the full family situation out there. And he was curious about what the fuck was wrong with my situation. He came over to me. You know, he was like, "What's the problem here, sir? You doing fine? You okay?" And I was like, "Well, I need a jump." He's like, "Well, of course." And he went around to fucking all of these, you know, neighbors, and he went and knocked on 6 or 7 fucking consecutive houses, dude, looking for goddamn jumper cables in the Jewish neighborhood. And he got me up and running. He fucking jumped my car, dude. That's that fucking Torah. All right, he had a little bit of goddamn principle. He was helping a motherfucker out for no reason. He had no personal fucking, you know, investment in the situation. I've yet to meet, you know, the traditional, you know, stereotypical sneaky Jew out here in Hollywood. I've yet to meet him. You know, the head manager of my apartment complex, he's a wonderful Jewish man. All right, hooks me up all the time. Ancillary benefits and all of that, dude. I'm the assistant manager. He hooks me up. He gives me discounts on my rent, you know. I met Lee Syat out here. He's on the Church What's Happening Now with Joey Diaz. He's just goofy as hell, dude. He's not trying to fucking steal your money. I got jumped by a Jew. You know, I got that helpful jump situation. Not a Bear says Owen's wizardry is working on a lot of you. Well, it seems like Owen Benjamin is living in your head rent-free, dude. Seems like you're a little resentful because you got banned by Owen Benjamin, and now you think everybody's corrupted by Owen Benjamin's ideology, dude. I haven't listened to Owen for fucking weeks. He's too heavy on the Jeebus. Exactly, Bradley Murray. He says, I live next to the biggest Jewish community in the UK. Just glad they're not Muslims. There you go. You know, as long as you have positions of power that can be, you know, and you know, aspired to, and you know, you can get your culture subverted through them, you're going to have problems with the Jews. But that's not the same problem as getting your daughter raped by a gang of fucking bearded Mohammeds. I know it's fashionable to trash the Jews now, but like, would you rather live next to, you know, Larry David or Muhammad? I'd rather live next to Larry David, dude. He's you know, the threatening behavior. I would prefer it to be subversive versus like, you know, sword based. You know, I just don't want the raping. I don't want the violence. You know, I'll take some cultural subversion instead. We can deal with that shit easily, dude. Just got to cut the fucking positions of power out of the situation and you won't have to deal with it. Now, as I were, Oh, Alan James says, Nick, every time you blow vape at the cam, it has to refocus. You can turn off autofocus in Logitech. Well, I kind of like it. I kind of like the blurry, situation. It's kind of psychedelic when I blow the vape at the cam and then it refocuses, kind of taking you in and out of the situation. Let's go back to document cam here. Let's go to some goddamn headlines. Iran executes, quote, CIA spy. Look at this. In Air Force, just days after shooting down U.S. drone. Oh. Well, the CIA was probably over there sneaking, and we got titties right here in the sidebar. I kind of like this. I talk shit about the advertising, but while we're getting our information here, we can go over. I don't know what happened. Let's keep the boobs in the frame. There we go. Reality star sends fans into a frenzy with topless vid showing off booty tape. Oh. Iran has executed a former Ministry of Defense employee after intelligence officials reportedly caught him spying for the CIA. Oh, damn! They executed him, dude. Do they have a piranha tank like Kim Jong-un? Alan James says the Brits used to have topless chicks on page 3 of the paper. Well, that's I don't know why they got rid of that, dude. That's that Western civilization, all right? Sexiest hockey goalie who has melted hearts on the ice, dude. I mean, we can't get distracted by this, CIA execution. I don't know. It seems like a couple ask followers to fund 9K holiday as working is not an option. I mean, that's all you need, dude. I need to start getting some face tattoos. If I'm really gonna get successful, I gotta get tattoos all over my face and really let people know that I'm committed. All right, American military assets in the region. They executed somebody, dude. Fever engines. I don't know. It's all fucking saber rattling, dude. It's all goddamn saber rattling. I'm not going to get the Star of David on my forehead. Not going to happen. I might wear the pink yarmulke if somebody buys me the pink yarmulke. Texas says porn was invented to destroy the nuclear family. Well, it'll do that, dude. Porn will destroy your dick. That's why all these podcasts they have, they talk about and they joke about porn. All these comedy podcasts, they joke about porn, and meanwhile, they're selling dick pills. They're selling fucking, Blue Chew. Oh, you can chew it and get your dick hard, and the Legion of Skanks. I love the Legion of Skanks podcast, but they advertise, dick spray, some spray you spray on your dick and desensitize it so you can last longer in bed, dude. Just stop jerking off to porn and get your fuck on. All right? That'll desensitize your dick. Once you get enough pussy, you'll learn how to not come too quick. Get the Nazi sign knifed into my forehead like Inglourious Bastards. Well, there you go, dude. That's how to let motherfuckers know I'm going to be politically incorrect. Why can't I have a swastika carved into my forehead and do stand up in Hollywood? But all these social sciences professors can fucking identify as Marxist. 20% of social scientists professors in America openly identify as Marxist. Those are the ones who admit it. Well, it's way higher than that. But oh my God, if you identify as a Nazi, you're a pure demon. It's like Nazism and communism are right next to each other on the political spectrum. Kiki says, Nick, they will make you give up your cute butt. Fact. You will never make it without being a man whore. Be real and decide. Well, come on. I'm looking for that real situation. I'm not trying to just commit to a chick to commit, It's not going to work, dude. I can't commit to a chick with a bunch of goddamn red flags, a bunch of goddamn potential disasters. And what does commitment actually mean in the modern in modern America? Oh my God, you have to commit. You have to sign a contract with the government for your relationship. I don't want any part of that bullshit. I want to have a kid with a girl, that's rational and wants to be a mom. And she's going to be that stay-at-home mom, and I'm going to design the Common Core curriculum that's going to be taught. All right, we're not going with the fucking federal government Common Core. We're going with taxation is theft. That's the first lesson. Thou shalt not steal. It's very unsettling when Kiki says, Nick, they will make you give up your cute butt. Have you scoped out my butt as to determine its cuteness? What's happening there? I mean, I walk off to do Outrage Pisses on the podcast. I feel like somebody's scoping out my butt now. I do have a cute butt, but nobody can have the cute butt of the Outrage Chancellor. I do my squats. All right. And so, as a result, I have a cute situation, but it's not, nobody's getting access to that. I don't care how hot the women are, nobody's getting close to the Outrage back door. Kiki says, Nick, I was with William Morris at age 19. All caps, will attack you. Well, I don't have any fidelity to these goddamn, horseshit agencies out here. All right. I'm not trying. I don't give a fuck if I ever get a manager or ever get an agent. All I want to do is grow the Outrage TV channel. All I want to do is hang out and talk shit with the Outrage crew and drink natty lights to the truth, and if that grows big, goddamn it grows big. And then I rent out my own venues and I do stand up. As for as much, as I disagree with Owen Benjamin with, I mean, he's provided that model. That's the new model. You live stream, you have a relationship with the people that enjoy what you do, and then you grow it to as big as it can get, and you rent out those venues yourself, and you do stand up. Nobody needs a goddamn manager or an agent anymore. That's antiquated. All you need is a relationship with the people who enjoy the content you put out, and you let them know where you're going to be, and you go across the country, you travel the planet, and you do your stand-up, you do your shit. Nobody has to go through the traditional Hollywood channels anymore. It's all bullshit. All that matters is the quality of what you're doing and whether anybody gives a fuck or not. Right now, we got 13 people watching. 13 people give a fuck. That's all I give a fuck about. You know? We're going to grow this goddamn channel. You know, we're going to get out there. We're going to travel the fucking world. All right? I don't need any goddamn, you know, small-headed managers to approve of what I'm doing. Alan James says, no, he doesn't know if he can afford the ticket to Israel when I do my live shows. Dude, I think, honestly, I could fucking crush in the middle of the country. I think I barely have, honestly, if I'm being honest, I probably have 20 minutes of material in stand-up from, I've been doing it every night for about 2 years. I probably have maybe 20 minutes. It's like stretching, like 15 to 20 minutes of like hard hitting, hilarious shit on stage. But I could do an hour. I could go up and do an hour in the Midwest and just crush. Just talking about Hollywood, you know, and talking about the ridiculousness out here. So if I get some gigs in the middle of the country, dude, we can make that shit happen. And goddamn right, I'll come down under for a show, dude. I'll go to Australia. Australia's based as fuck. I just gotta, you know, I gotta stay away from the dangerous animals. What's up, Birdie Cracker? Everybody really wants to see Kiki's boobs. Alan James says we'll show you how to eat a sausage. I don't even know what that means, but it made me laugh. Fuck, dude, I want a bratwurst right now. I want a goddamn Italian sausage. I want to grill that motherfucker up. I got ice cream waiting in the fucking fridge, you know? Actually, let me take a couple spoonfuls of ice cream here on the Outrage cast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna piss. I'm gonna come back and take a spoon of ice cream. We're going deep, ladies and gentlemen. We got more tequila left. I'm gonna eat some ice cream. Outrage crew knows what the fuck it is. It's about your calorie intake, right? You got to get on there and get into the calorie situation. We got to wash a fucking spoon. All of our spoons are dirty. Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We got a $2 pint ice cream, double vanilla. All right, white supremacy ice cream. Goddamn delicious. Oh, that hits hard, ladies and gentlemen. I needed some calories. I've only had one protein bar since fucking 4 in the afternoon. Oh, yeah, 2 scoops, baby. I'm getting it in. That's nice and soft. I had it in the fucking refrigerator piece in you know, I took it out of the freezer, put it in the refrigerator. What time is it here? It's 2:30. 2:30 in that AM, dude, but I'm fired up. All right. I had a fucking 5-hour nap in the middle of the day because me and Alan James were up till 4 in the morning last night talking shit about black people and laughing our asses off and buying some goddamn technology. Looker Bear's working on his shoulders right now. Well, God damn it, the West needs you. Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack, he don't like that chocolate ice cream, dude. He's skeptical. I don't give a goddamn, Alan James, how late it is, dude. I'm not on the schedule. All right, that's that comedian lifestyle, dude. I'm up at all hours of the evening. Bertie Cracker says, KU gained 1 hour. The shit I put up with to Chili Vanilli. I don't know what you're talking about, baby. Ooh, that vanilla is tasty, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why people are talking about, you know, hating white people. I mean, you know, vanilla ice cream is just, oh, it's so pure. That's that refreshing ice cream. All right, I'll stop. We'll save the rest of that for after the podcast, but I had to get that fucking calorie hitter there. A little more tequila. A little more tequila. We're going to ride that motherfucker out into the sunset. Big ups to the Outrage crew. Cheers out to you bad motherfuckers. We're getting caloried up. We're getting tequila'd up. Having a good goddamn time. Bertie Cracker says shots. Shit, I might take a shot. I'll take a shot because I think there's a little bit of this tequila left. I just poured up, you know, into the glass there. But you know, we might as well fucking do the rest of it. That's added into the fucking. Might as well do the rest of it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the bottle is polished off. Might as well. I don't think I've done a 3-hour stream yet, but fuck it. We got to grow the channel. Cheers up to the Outrage crew, all the fucking faithful out there, dude. We appreciate you. Oh. Alan James says Nick goes for those viewers who watch fat people eat. Dude, fat people hate me because I eat ice cream and pizza all the time, but I stay shredded. All right, that's that carbohydrate cycling, you know? At least I can't stand it when I start talking about all the pizza and ice cream I eat. You know? We're keeping that trim waistline. Because nothing tastes as good as shredded feels. Uh-oh, Cactus Jack posting videos exposing the pedophilia there. There you go, dude. These fucking kitty diddlers. We're not going to put up with it. You know? Goddamn creepy as hell. Luckily, I was not taken advantage of as a young man. As a boy, all right, my parents shielded me from the Cretans there. I had that good upbringing in Oklahoma. All right, had that traditional Americana. All right, my mom, you know, I don't even know her genetic makeup, honestly. I think she's probably German or Irish. She has an Irish nose. She has one of those short, blunt noses. But she might as well have been Jewish for how worried she was at every aspect of my childhood. You know, she was very neurotic, very, you know. You know, very helicopter parenting. And it was annoying at the time when I was growing up, but looking back, man, that's that, you know, that's that good parenting. You got to hover sometimes. Kiki says it's not rocket science, Nick. Ask your mom. Well, you know, I don't really give a fuck about the goddamn, you know, genetic jokes. You know, she was born out of a West Virginia marriage there. We got some West Virginia hillbilly in us. Yep. We're getting on that fucking wild behavior. My mother saw how wild men could get, so you know she fucking reined me back in. Birdie Cracker says, "How the fuck does this motherfucker even have mediocre guns? Do you even lift, bro? This is a very loose shirt, dude. Oh, come on, we're getting there, little by little. You know, we got something going on. All right." You can't get the perspective because I'm wearing a loose shirt. Sweet Chin says Nick doesn't focus on his triceps, that's why his arms are skinny. Dude, that is the exact opposite of the truth. All right, I have a 45-pound plate around my waist when I do my goddamn dips. How many weighted dips have you done? All right, I'm just on that ectomorph life. You know, I'm on that skinny chicken shoulder gay Jew existence. All right, and it's okay. All right, because my main point in life is the truth and the arguments. It's not the goddamn thickness. Congress says Nick was molested by a chicken who took his masculinity in his shoulder. Dude, that's the deep, dark secret of my childhood that I haven't revealed. I was molested by a flock of chickens. All right, when I was very young. All right, it was very traumatic. You know, I was henpecked. All right, they took advantage. You know, it was very scary. I don't like to go back to that part of my life. You know, it's like Vietnam flashbacks to me. You know, I'm like that dog eating the cupcakes, you know, and the cupcake get brought down. You know, the chickens just raping the shit out of me. You know, and I'm, oh no, you know, I'm that Vietnam flashback. When the chickens descended upon me. I don't think chickens could rape because chicken's a female, dude. Did y'all hear that? Somebody outside just said, somebody outside is getting wild, dude. Did y'all hear that? Sounds like a crazy ass homeless person outside, dude. He just said, son of a bitch. And then I heard a big fucking slam noise. I don't know what the fuck is going on outside. Let's make sure our door is locked, ladies and gentlemen. Our door is locked. Might have to go out there and get on that fucking, that vigilante behavior. All right? Might have to enforce some logos out there. Heaven's brought her new boyfriend back. Oh, what up, Clean Talking? He says, HT, I see you, bro. Yeah, I hit the fourth wall tonight, man. It was lit as fuck at the 10 o'clock. I was signed up on the 9 o'clock and I overslept my shit. I fucking wore myself out in the gym today. And I was up late night last night, making jokes with black people, upsetting my roommate. We were up late night, dude, on that Amazon shopping. And I hit the gym because I had to. I'm 2 days overdue on the gym. I went in there, got my shoulders bigger, I was doing that cable machine. I was doing that fucking, that press. Seems like heaven's coming in right now. Hopefully it's heaven. So I hear some keys. Heaven's coming in. But yeah, Clean Talking. I hope to see you down at the fourth wall, pretty soon, dude. I'm getting ready to get that cable. What's up, Heaven? Hi. I'm getting ready to get that cable that connects to my goddamn microphone, so we're gonna get it on them streets, dude. I'm gonna hit up fucking Clean Talking, and we're gonna get out on them goddamn streets. We're gonna make fun of some people. It's gonna be glorious. All right, I got the cable on the way, dude. And I know Clean Talking's ready to go. I keep teasing him. About, bringing him on the Outrage cast and fucking doing live streams, street interviews. But goddamn it, it's gonna happen. We got the goddamn technology on the way, baby. The Outrage crew's got my back. All right? Me and Clean Talking, we gotta get out there and tell motherfuckers what's what. Tell motherfuckers what's wrong with the shoes they're wearing, with the shirt they're wearing, and the fucking haircut that's happening, dude. We're gonna get on that roast behavior. Clean Talking's he's on that pick play post. He's on there making fun of big bulb head motherfuckers. All right, he's making fun of thick neck individuals. All right, there's a lot of motherfuckers out here in Hollywood that need to be made fun of, and it just needs to happen. They got to toughen up their leather. They got to figure out what the fuck is real. What the fuck people think about them, dude.
You should be careful.
Heaven says I should be careful, but that's not the goal, dude.
No, it's Hollywood. You don't know. I mean, do your thing, but I'm just saying, be careful, please. Because people out there are fucking crazy. Fucking you. So you guys.
Well, I mean,
Clean Talking,
it's hard to get crazier than me and Clean Talking John together.
Clean Talking, you'll be fine with him. I trust him to protect you.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets into a street fight situation, I mean, I trust, I think we're gonna come out on top. We're gonna be that, me and Clean Talking, we that tag team, disaster for anybody. You don't want to fuck with us on the tag team situation. All right, we're coming off that top rope with the fucking elbow. Oh yeah, brother. We're coming off that top rope, dude. We're dropping that fucking elbow. You don't want it with me and Clean Talking John, dude. We'll fucking beat your ass up and then roast you while you're getting beat up. That's not that situation you want to step into. Catch Check says, Christ Almighty, I doubt Nick knows how to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm on that fucking late night shadow boxing.
Knows. He understands.
Come on, dude.
He
You see how quick my motherfucking jab is? Like, ow! Oh, that jab is coming out quick. Ow, that was that 1-2. The 1-2 comes out so quick. Oh my God! And he keeps his chin down. You know, you keep your chin down, you keep your hands up, dude, and that fucking jab comes out quick, dude. And he hits the 1-2. All right, that's that Diaz brother mentality. All right, we're willing to die in the ring. We're not street fights, but you know, if it happens, dude, we're gonna settle some shit. But it's not about fighting, dude. It's about roasting. It's about getting out on these streets, you know, and getting verbal consent, you know, for people to get roasted on the street, ladies and gentlemen. It's what people need. All right, they need to toughen up their leather to the goddamn jokes. They need to learn how to take a goddamn joke. All right, I'll be shadow boxing late at night, though. You don't know. You don't know about the late night shadow boxing. I get on it.
Do you know who this person is?
No. What does it say? A number on the? It says
It was in our mailbox, bro.
It was in number 12.
Yes, specifically. I don't know why. I was saying because people.
Rachel Jacobs. I don't know.
Put the mail here, bro. I don't know. But the board is building IDs in there. Oh. So great.
Everybody wants to wonder what you were triggered by last night. You know, we were talking about, you know, how we love heaven on the podcast.
I don't want to visit that, but you can go tell them, talk about all the crap you want to. I don't care. I cried.
We just wanted to see if you wanted to give a statement on the Outrage cast.
No, thank you, because it's make you cry good enough for crying right now.
We don't want to make you cry. We love heaven.
Then stop asking me. Thank you.
I mean, we try to show our you know, our admiration by joking.
I'm a highly
you know?
sensitive person who cares a lot about people, and you're the exact opposite. So, but it's okay. I'm probably just weak. I'm probably just a weak person. That's fine.
Oh my God. Hey, child player, you was out there on that squirting behavior, you know. When they got a story for the stage, there you go. You go out there and live that comic life, dude, and then you come back and report the empiricism on the stage. All right. I want to hear that squirting story tomorrow night, dude. I'll be on that fourth wall 10 o'clock tomorrow.
I have to say that's pretty awesome because I mean that's hard to do.
Have you ever squirted?
Yeah.
Do you think it was urine?
I know it wasn't urine. I know the biology. No, I know how the body works, so I know it wasn't urine.
That's the speculation that squirting is urine.
If you look, it's a speculation of ignorant people. Yeah. But yeah, maybe you. Yeah, I did. I was engaged to a guy who definitely was amazing.
What does it take to make you squirt? I've made you come really hard.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a weird way to say that because I was vaping while I said it.
I was like, dear, and Wes was like, wow, put it all out there.
Full disclosure on the podcast.
I don't think they know that we've had sex before, so thank you.
Well, it's obvious that we've had sex before. We live together. They know the Outrage Chancellor is.
No, it's not like we have sex, but we did date for a second, or half a second. So, but no, it's a technique that he actually explained it to me, and it's actually just it's the manipulating of like this squishy part of a woman's vagina. He knew exactly what to do. Oh, that shit was fun.
So it was with his fingers?
Yeah, he did his fingers, and I was engaged to another guy who he did it with his penis, and that shit was fucking insane. You just have to have the right penis for the right person. It's like a key in a hole. Some don't fit, some do. With the fingers, you can manipulate it. But you don't use any of those things, so there's that. They're saying.
So condescending.
It's so true. Condescending.
Aaron Freeman says Nick gets it swishy. I hit that right spot, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we haven't experienced the squirting behavior.
But I have to say, I would say like
B minus.
Yeah, you don't eat pussy, and you also don't do. You're pretty lazy. You're extremely lazy.
I am very lazy sexually.
Yeah,
All right, I pretty much lay there.
I do like 90% of the work.
I'm pretty much a stationary dildo.
Yes, that's why you're a B minus. You're lucky to give me a B minus.
You know.
What would you say I am? Go ahead.
One more water, ladies and gentlemen.
Answer the question.
Let's look at the LA skyline while I'm getting some water. What'd you say?
I said, what letter am I to you?
Huh?
What letter am I to you then? Is that right, you? You can say
Sorry, I'm a little bit drunk. What did you say?
I said, what letter am I? Since I rated you sexually.
What letter are you?
You're B minus to me, and that's generous. Considering. But it's okay, 'cause I'm an A plus to me every time, so it doesn't matter what you think. I just say that.
You are. Let's see. You are a you're a flat B.
Oh, how sad. Coming from B minus. Oh man.
You're a flat B because you do everything pretty much perfect, but you don't have hair for me to grab when I'm fucking from the back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And we remedied that situation one time with the, I took my shirt off and
Oh, we don't talk about that. I don't remember that. I don't know what you're talking about.
we don't talk about that. I took my shirt off and gave that, I had that wrangling situation, dude.
Oh God. So you say, I don't remember.
I was on that rodeo. All right.
So you said that.
Realized LA had big mountains behind it, dude. We got them mountains, dude.
Yeah, so not.
Angeles, dude.
Did you say Los Angeles? I love the way that you say things. That's so interesting.
Alan James says, Nick, this is where Nick threatens her with a fist. No. I mean, occasionally we've got Heaven has gotten out of bounds on the podcast, and I've made her choke herself.
If he does, guess what, guys? I have a black belt. So go ahead. Or I'll see you before you know that is. I'll rocks. I dare you to hit me. God, I dare you.
No, nobody's hitting anybody.
I dare you. That'll make my day.
All we do is voluntary choking.
To kick your ass? Oh, that'll make my entire year. Fuck, that makes me so happy. Like, fuck yeah. Oh, man. Oh.
No, we do that voluntary choking on the podcast. That's fine. We do that, that Full Metal Jacket where I hold my hand out, and it's like choke yourself.
It's easy to choke. You never that.
Choke yourself. Nothing wrong with that, dude. That's a voluntary situation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just taking over to 3 hours. We're gonna go on that 3-hour fucking excursion tonight, ladies and gentlemen. PayPal.me/Outrage TV if you want to contribute to the Western Civilization Defense Fund, ladies and gentlemen. All right, join the Discord for now. All right, we're gonna get that Discord popping. We're gonna get a goddamn forum set up. We're gonna have the Outrage forum. All right, for you to post all of your outrageous links. All right, all of your memes. All of this, wonderful shit. We're going to get that fucking private, situation set up for the Outrage crew to talk shit. All right. I'm pretty drunk on the podcast tonight because I polished off the tequila. All right. We only had one beer, but we had goddamn fun. LeVar Ball got banned from ESPN. Really? You can pick the outro song if you want. But we don't have the speakers yet. We got to get the speakers delivered to fully give the experience to the Outrage crew.
It's like you need to have a big penis to have sex. It's not necessary. It's just extra. It's awesome.
Well, we appreciate that analogy. You know, you've colored the, you know, what your point was.
Ew, I look so high definition. That's so ugly. I'm not wearing makeup today.
Yeah, don't, you know, the high definition, it's not forgiving.
Yes, continue talking. This is gonna make your life better. Go ahead, keep talking. Tell me how I look.
You look very pretty.
You're a liar.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
You guys are all amazing.
Aaron Freeman says he wants to see boobs.
That's like $1,000 per tip.
We were talking about titties at Fourth Wall tonight.
Here's the thing, my titties are for people that I actually love, because I actually give them my body, not for strangers on a webcam. But thank you for asking. It's nice to want things. Thank you for asking. You know what I want? $1 billion. How about a fair trade? $1 billion for my tits.
She's got a high asking price, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
A high asking price. All right, that's how it should be. Is that Wakandan dollars?
no, that's real dollars. Wakanda doesn't exist, not a real place. In this realm.
There's no such thing as real dollars, dude. They're controlling the Federal Reserve. All right, it's centralized fiat currency. It's all bullshit.
If all about bullshit, then what do you pay for your stuff?
Well, I'm forced to use the Federal Reserve notes.
But I'm paying real money, right? Yes. End of conversation. Argument 1. What? You'll see. It makes a difference in people's lives and in yours. It's awesome. After you get to it, though, it makes a huge difference.
Heaven's on that positivity. All right. We're on the identifying the threats to Western civilization. All right. You know, there's an aspect of positivity that's beneficial, and then there's an aspect of positivity that you know. Oh, it says my connection is unstable. Please wait while we try connecting. Well, God damn it. My connection is unstable. Chat if you can still see me. Type in the chat if you can still see me. It says the connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. Sweet Chin says he can see me. Praise Jesus. The Christian channel is the Christian principles.
Yeah, God is great. I mean, he's in heaven.
Alan James. Oh, dude. Well, we're getting the shipments. We're getting the goddamn microphone. We're getting the graphics card. We're getting the XLR cable. We're getting the speakers, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to upgrade this goddamn technology.
Thank you, Alan James.
You know, big ups to the bad motherfucker Alan James out there in Australia.
And the other guy helped you get the
Hopefully you avoid all the spiders and all the snakes, all the kangaroos. You know.
Thank you.
Angeles, I'm hiccuping. I'm you know, very intoxicated on the podcast. I hope you'll enjoy the show, ladies and gentlemen. We shall come back tomorrow night. We're going to finish the vanilla ice cream here. I'm hiccuping. All right, we try to keep it reined in as much as we can. All right, we try to not get this intoxicated on the podcast, but we had limited amounts of beers tonight.
You're really hiccuping.
I'm legitimately hiccuping.
Oh, you're so cute.
All right, I'm on a hiccup, you know, endeavor here, but we're still defending Western civilization. All right, Trump calls off the ICE raids. That was a play fake. You know, we got the linebackers of the deep state, you know, pulling up into the pocket. Trump is down there. He's on that Tony Romo. He's on that fucking Michael Vick. He's whirling dervish. He's looking downfield. Dude, Randy Moss just put his fucking hand up. You know, he's got the DB deep. You know, we got that deep route, dude. We're going ancillary. We're going on that alternative route. All right, you got to cut out the incentives at the root of it. Clean Talking says he'll see me tomorrow. Well, shit, dude, get on that fourth wall 10 o'clock, dude. We'll rock it out. All right, we had a good goddamn time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I had that nap in the middle of the day. I'm all fired up. You know, peace out to the motherfucking Outrage crew. PayPal.me/Outrage TV if you want to contribute to the Outrage battleship out here. We're on the high seas of cultural Marxism. You know what the fuck it is. All right, like it if you like it. Share that motherfucker out. All right. I'm gonna try to get these the full audio of the podcast posted up on the Outrage Cast on all the podcast apps, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're getting this fucking technological situation sorted out. All right, we're trying to not lag. We're trying to get lucid. We're trying to get fucking HD live and in your motherfucking face. We got that document cam, dude. Clean Talking's out there beefing with actors. I don't fuck with actors, dude. They're on that bullshit. They're pretending. All right, I'm talking that truth on stage. All right, that's what real motherfuckers do in Hollywood. They go on stage and they talk that truth. They get down to the nitty gritty. I love all the Outrage crew. Peace the fuck out for tonight. We shall return tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get on it. All right, we're getting that shipment. We're getting them speakers. We're getting that graphic card, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get fucking souped up. We're going to get steroided up on the podcast out. We're going to get that injection of truth. Peace the fuck out to the Outrage crew. I love all you bad motherfuckers. We shall return tomorrow night. Sweet dreams, everybody.